stop wasting your keys in Wizard101. Here's the best way to farm wooden, stone, and gold keys. And the bosses I think are actually worth spending them on. First up, I'm going to talk about wooden keys. There are multiple places to get wooden keys, and I'm going to list a place where you can get them all, and it will tell you where the wooden keys drop from. However, one of the best ways is to farm with Jade Oni. This is a well-known farm in Wizard101 for wooden keys, and many players go here to get their wooden keys. Jade Oni is the underworld boss in Mushu, and honestly, it's a pretty easy boss to just repeatedly farm for wooden keys. You should be able to finish the fight relatively quickly as well. Another good option for wooden keys is Buckingham Palace, the rooftops. You can access this dungeon at level 40. You have to play through the lower levels of the dungeon first, but rooftops in particular has a pretty good chance to get wooden keys from. A lot of players recommend farming here. So I'd say Jade Oni and rooftops are the two best methods. Another way you can get wooden keys, during Rate My Stitch events, you can get wooden buttons as a reward. And when you do that, you come to Maxwell Sharp, and you can go crafting, go to the housing, and then wooden skeleton key. With 10 mist wood and 12 buttons, you can craft one. Usually you can get one wooden key per event. Now, as for using your wooden keys, I recommend coming to the Crocotopia library. If you come all the way down here, you can go to Ra. Ra is a really good wooden key boss to farm because he has the opportunity to drop 7 different permanent mounts. The drop rates are pretty low, however, wooden keys aren't terribly difficult to get, so you should have a fair chance of getting one. And ideally, you could probably fight him with a team of 4 at level 20. He also drops decent gear before Zeus gear, but honestly, I would not go for that. If you get it, you get it. Yeah, that's cool. However, the real prize are the permanent mounts. Now for stone keys, there are a lot of bosses that drop them, however, these are the best methods to get them. At level 60, the balance professor calls you and you unlock the zigzag dungeon. You'll have to complete the lower zigzag and upper zigzag first, but after you're done with that, you can do the House of Scales. And now House of Scales is a really good dungeon that gives you multiple chances to drop stone keys. A lot of players use this to farm for them. Stone keys are definitely a little more later game. Now, Avalon is a really good spot for getting stone keys in general. You'll probably get a couple just through questing here anyways. However, there are a few bosses here that you can farm pretty easily. The first boss I want to show you is Jabberwock. He's located at my marker on the map. Jabberwock is a pretty quick and easy boss to farm repeatedly for stone keys. He's also a cheating boss, but it's not that bad of a cheat. Another really good option in Avalon is the Owl Tower in the wild, located here on the map. This tower gives you 3 chances at a stone key with 3 different bosses. They're also not that bad of fights to complete. Now I want to talk about the best stone key bosses to use them on. I recommend just saving them for Aphrodite 2 and Darkmoor because that's a boss that you can fight on the side, which drops a pretty good level 100 ring. Another really solid option is at 110 Omen Strybog because they drop permanent mounts that are actually pretty nice looking and pretty decent gear as well. The next thing I want to talk about is gold keys. There are a few different ways you can get gold keys. First, you can get them usually from events that go on, such as the Spiral Showcase. For that, you'd have to complete every activity for the duration of the event, and then you get the gold key. It's also a reward on the Scroll of Fortune. Overall, just pay attention to the events, and sometimes they drop gold keys. Another option are your badges. So if you complete every single quest in a world, including side quests, and for Wizard City, including Waterworks, then you get a gold key for it. You can claim the key at the badges. Another option is if you're on PC, you can come to the shopping district, and then you come over here, you can get up to 4 loyalty tokens a month, and then you can buy gold keys. Another option, although a lot harder and I don't recommend doing, is you can come to the Arena Crafting Master, and you can actually craft a gold key if you do enough PvP and get the required ingredients. So as you can see, it's kind of difficult to do in my opinion, so I think this is one of the worst methods, but it's an option for sure. Another option is you can play Beast Moon and you get it as a reward from here. So if you play enough of this, you can craft it here. And finally, you can also do the Decathlon and get a gold skeleton key from here. Honestly though, at level 12, you unlock one of the best methods to get gold keys. So basically, you come to Aegon in Ravenwood, and then you can unlock daily assignments. And then on day 15, you get a guaranteed gold skeleton key. The good thing about this is you can actually do this on all 6 wizards. So you can have an extra 5 wizards and then get them all to level 12. And then when you do the daily assignment, it will be a very easy one just in Wizard City because you haven't gotten past it yet. So that's a very easy way to get 6 gold keys every 15 days. Usually the daily assignments don't take that long either. Alternatively, you can also just get 1 gold key every 15 days by doing your main wizard. It's really up to you, but I do think this is the best method. Another thing you do is Arc 1 rematch gauntlets. That's intended for much higher level and isn't really recommended too much. You can do it, however, it's not the best method. There are also 3 gold key quests that you can do, but they're later game as well. So for one, it's in Novus, which gives you a gold key. That's late game. Another one is when you get to the catacombs, you can get a gold key quest there. And finally, another one is in Wallaroo. But these are pretty late game, and yeah, I usually do them for the keys. However, I would not rely on this method. There's also occasionally keys you can buy in the crown shop, but honestly, I do not recommend that at all. Because if you're going to spend crowns on the keys, you're better off just buying the pack that would give you a spell instead. For instance, why would you spend money on a gold key to then farm a boss for that spell when you can just spend money directly on the pack to get the spell that way? I recommend not buying those at all when they show up. Now, what you should actually use your gold keys on, it really depends on a variety of factors. However, generally gold key bosses drop spell elements. So if you want to go for a certain spell, that's the boss you want to farm. For instance, an example would be farming farming Rat Spin for life, you'd farm that boss here in Savitar Pass, Crystalheim. It usually probably takes about 4 to 6 keys to get one spell, and some bosses drop spell limits for multiple spells. For instance, King Boar drops spells for Myth, Life, and Storm. Another thing is each gold key boss has a chance to redrop the key. I'll list the wiki of the gold key in the description below, and you can find more information about what specific bosses can be unlocked by the gold key. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video or it helped you, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching again. Peace out. Follow for more Wizard101 tips.